Hello everybody, Don't Blink here again with another Battlefield 3 gameplay commentary for you guys. Nah, it's just me, your friendly neighborhood Carrioner. In other words, welcome to another Jet gameplay. Yay! New life, new hopes, tons of Jet to spawn in, and yet I was able to fail from the start. I figured I could capture Charlie as first, so like usual I'm flying like a boss, didn't expect this to happen. 53%, I'm pretty much screwed. Not because of the hit seekers, no, it's because I'm a real hothead. I just shouldn't rush randomly just like that, like some child of the corn. And yet, I did, so I ended up dying. So this guy actually took advantage of my fail. And since I'm generous, I will give him that kill. Because I could just use the menu and suicide myself, but I'm not a douche like some people. Although, if so-called pro pilot keep doing that to me, I do the same thing, hoping it was him. This tactic is often used by so-called pro pilots, and I really think that DICE should do something about it, like disable this option for this game mode. So what's my loadout for this game mode? Speedbelt and stealth. Speedbelt is good for multiple enemies, and stealth is good for defense. So if I'm being locked, I have that extra second to use my jammer, and then I have extra second to finish off my target before I go down below radar. So that was perk number 1. What's my countermeasure? I use ECM. It feels much more superior over flares because it can be used as a flares as well. So you can use it to prevent lock, or you can use it to dodge missiles. And don't forget about my tutorial about dodging missiles. It actually works pretty well. Even though you won't be able to dodge both rockets all the time, it can actually save your life. And oh yeah, hated by most, used by everyone. Hit seekers. Even though I use my cannon almost all the time, I also use the hit seekers because it is actually a useful tool in this game mode. I strongly recommend you to use your cannon. It is way more superior over the hit seekers, but if you see someone that just use his flares or jammer, feel free to shoot him with the hit seekers. Of course everyone is different, not everyone have to be a boss like me with a cannon, right? So is there any decent tactic for this game mode to get at least positive KD? I know that this is not the most important thing, your KD, but it is quite significant. For example, you can support your wingman taking down enemy AO on his 6 when you're dead. So what's my tactic? What helped me live longer than 1 minute? Not my teammates. Be the hunter, take down the weakest link. So how can you tell that someone is weak or not? Do you see a bunch of enemies flying same direction? Fly behind the last one. It is that simple. Do you see a guy that is actually levitating instead of flying? It's like taking candy from a baby. Tactic. I call my tactic hit and run because I stick to one flag and I try to take down enemies one by one. So I take that one, I'm going back, and then I'm turning around and trying to find another target. Also, don't forget that you can use your friendly jets to your advantage. How? Simply, if there is someone on your 6 and you just have no idea how to shake him off, try flying towards your teammate. They will punch you like a hungry dogs. It also works when you're not sure is there still enemy on your 6, because if there isn't, they won't try to engage him. Operation Riverside is actually my favorite map. I don't know why, I don't know what's in this map, but when I have a chance to play on it, I keep getting really nice scores and I actually have a great time playing. This time I'm not even playing alone, I'm playing with Mr. Puppet. He is just like me, a type of a pilot you don't like. In other words, he is a great wingman. Too bad I didn't have my mic on in that round because I know that I could count on him if I had any problems with enemy on my 6. I could just ask him to check my 6 or take down the enemy that is chasing me. And this is another great way to get some kills and play as a team player. So if you notice someone having trouble with enemy jet, try helping him out. This is also quite easy kill because people tend to focus more on offense than defense. Try not making that mistake or you won't live too long. I will give you an example. I am chasing Gizmo. I'm using my cannon because that's what I do. Since he's a child of the corn, he keeps making those weird moves which are actually good enough to screw my aim. Now on my 6 there is Elmo. He is also a child of the corn and he is using a hit seekers. I can hear beeping, so I use my jammer and now I have only few seconds to kill Gizmo. So if I won't be able to disable him or kill him, I actually turn around and leave him be. I'm not only turning around, I'm also going down below radar so that my ECM could reload. I was actually planning to talk about gamers and like, does the platform really matter? But in a minute there will be an enemy on my 6, and even though I don't have a radar, I will be doing few more advanced moves which I would like to talk about. This is why I'll be back to that topic later on, but for now let's focus on the gameplay. This is the perfect example why you should use ECM instead of flares. I waited for the guy to use his flares, and after that I shoot my second rocket, making him weaker. And then I just finish him with my cannon. Below me on my 8 you can see Mr. Puppet having trouble with an enemy on his 6. This is perfect moment for me to step in and save his sorry ass so that he could repay me later on and save my sexy ass. So say goodbye to your stinky ass. I'm getting hit, so I choose to go down, and thanks to that he will lose me for a second due to the camera angle switch. Now I got hit and you could hear him passing me, so I made a switch. I was planning making scissor roll, but I saw him on my minimap, so instead of that I made a loop. Now you could see him and hear him passing me, so to break the loop I made another switch which I like to call a flanking move, because if he continue doing that loop you will end up behind him. Like so. Phew! Now that was a lot of information in such short period of time. So just before I jump to that topic I mentioned, let's see the flares. I'm looking at a guy, I shoot one rocket, he flared, and now I can shoot another one. So he got hit with second rocket. Now he's actually good as dead. And goodbye. Tell me, does the platform that you play on is really that important? Like, why the fuck there is so much hate? Why the fuck people keep wasting their fucking time to argue about a fucking platform? It is my choice that I play on PS3. If I am enjoying myself, then what's the problem with that? There is a weird trend that people hate you just because you are playing on a different platform. This is really retard, because people will hate your video not because it is bad, but because it is PS3 footage and not PC. Even though console version looks worse than PC version, it doesn't change the fact that it is enjoyable to play. Should I mock PC players who play driving games on keyboard? Should I mock them because they play football games on PC? Because there is no doubt that those games are way much better on console than PC. I bought a fucking steering wheel, a fucking Logitech G25 just to play Gran Turismo. I can't imagine playing it on a fucking keyboard. Now how the fuck I'm supposed to drive a car on a keyboard?
You're playing on console, go kill yourself. Console, get a real gaming device.
If people would stop wasting their time hating each other and unite as gamers, maybe we could actually get better games from devs. Because I just don't believe that they used the max potential of PS3 when they made Battlefield 3. I don't believe they could make 32 players, especially when I see games like God of War, Uncharted or The Last of Us. But that's the problem with multi-platform games. And when people argue about which platform is better, it doesn't help anyone. It diverts attention from the fact that they gave you a half product with lag that makes you die when you are already 5 meters behind the cover. Yeah, I exaggerate, but it is to point out the fact. I really don't give a shit on what platform are you playing on, as long as you are not some fucking retard with penis complex. I'm saying all that because I was trying to get some heads up for PC players by showing them some of my air superiority gameplay and capture the flag. What was their reaction? Well, they hated it, of course, and they hated it only because it is a freaking PS3 and not a PC. They also claim that I have no skill and other shit like that. Now, don't get me wrong, there are still good and kind PC players, otherwise I wouldn't try to posting any video. But those fucking haters are giving a bad name to the whole gaming community, and there are actually people like that on every platform. Now, the other reason why I'm talking about it is because one of those videos was posted by Battlefield on their Facebook. This video is from 2 rounds of Capture the Flag with some really nice clips. So you could think that since there are good clips and the video itself was good enough to be posted by Battlefield on their Facebook, people should actually like the video, right? Wrong. I got tons of dislikes and messages filled with hate only because it is a PS3 gameplay and because they are actually jealous that Battlefield posted my video on Facebook. Now, since my channel is still small, I can read all messages, so you won't find any retard comment because I deleted all of them and I blocked those trolls. But the amount of dislikes speaks for itself. Glad I could clear myself. Keep in mind that this is still just my opinion, you can have yours. I have no problem with that. Just as long you will respect I will respect yours. Now this shot is quite nice. I'm not talking about my heatseekers shot, but those 2 jets in front of me. I wish I could turn up the hood because that shot could be really nice if I would make a slow motion without a hood. It was quite epic in a way. Now this guy does use the flares. I'm gonna shoot the heatseekers. 1, 2, flares are gone. He got hit with 1 rocket, so I will just finish him off. And disable and nope, Mr. Puppet stole my kill. Oh, you son of a bitch. Nah, I'm kidding, I have no problem with that. You might think that this is more like big ass maps, team deathmatch for jets, but actually people are playing for the objective that are capturing the flags. This is good in a way, but I think that there are way too many points for capturing that flag. I think that there should be like 50 points for neutralization and 100 for capturing, and maybe a bit longer time to cap it. Or the other idea is that if those points wouldn't be counted as jet points but general score, that would also be quite good idea, because right now this is a total fuckfest for some scrubs that are boosting their stars for jets. All they do is flying from flag to flag, capturing them, ending with scores like 0 to 60. Now, does this player really deserve 100 service star? I think not. Okay guys, video is almost over, so don't forget to rate, comment, and
My business here is done. Das Vidania.